Okay guys, welcome to this video. I don't know about you, but sending out lead magnets is getting a bit difficult, or at least it's been difficult. With the rise in AI, we all know that information is everywhere. People can go to Chat GPT and get the same lead magnet that you've been giving away for the last few years that probably made you a lot of money. And I always remember having one lead magnet when I was a personal trainer. It was called the Ultimate Eating Out Guide, and it got me a lot of leads and made me a lot of money. Now, the prospects can just pull these lead magnets from ChatGPT, from AI, or even just Google that they've just been made. Every one of them has been made in the past. So we need to get more clever, and I've been doing something the last little while that's working really, really well. So hopefully in today's video you can learn from it, take it, grab it, and go make more lead magnets that get you leads and fill up your pipeline with hot prospects. Because look, what I'll say to you right now is lead magnets still work to this day. They will work forever. My lifetime, your lifetime, lead magnets will always work. So I think of like a personal trainer, online coach. Obviously I come from fitness, so I was biased toward that. But as a personal trainer, online coach, like what can you give away now? A training plan. It's like people have seen all that before. So you've got to get a bit more clever. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do that as an online coach, personal trainer, but also any other industry as well. I've got the framework and I want you to follow along. So before I go through all of this, as always, it wouldn't be one of my videos without giving you something away. I've got this full worksheet that I want you to work through. It will take you 15 minutes, but you have to fill in the blanks, and it'll allow you to fill in these blanks and then go over to Claude and then use this master prompt, and that will just do the work for you. Okay, so watch this video, fill in the quick worksheet, and you'll be able to just do this whole thing in about 30 minutes and start getting leads in, I don't know, post to post, and it could be 45 minutes. And as always, this prompt and doc is inside Claude with Chris. The link is in the description below. Okay, so let's get into it. So the lead magnet is always hiding in what clients already use. So most people invent lead magnets from nothing, which is the hardest way to do it, and it's why most freebies flop. The good ones reverse near the freebie from the tools their clients already use every day. This is the method, right? You need to get obsessed with what your client does every single day, every single week within their life and within their business, because ultimately the whole point of a lead magnet is to make your clients' lives easier, whether that's like to make them more money, whether that's to make them healthier, whether that's to, you know, create something for them. Whatever you're doing for your clients, you're making their life easier and stress free. So you have to just look at what they do, what they touch, what they interact with on a weekly basis, and then just make it easier for them. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of how I do this. So you never make the lead magnet about the tool, you make it about the result in the client's life. So this isn't theory, this is just quickly pulled from ManyChat. You know, over the last couple of weeks, I've had 547 contacts on one post, 164, 139, 96, 74. And I am not a content creator, I am not an influencer. You'll see my Instagram only have 15,000 followers, but they are followers with intent based on some of the posts that I've done. And so what I love to do is give business advice and content advice from someone who's actually running a business, and not just free part-time 21-year-old just making loads of content because I've got a business to run and clients to serve first and foremost. So this works, as you can see. The loop that we've got here, so this is just one repeatable move, right? I could go into details further about like how you make this a Claude skill and rinse and repeat it and stuff. I can do that in another video, but I want you to really fully understand the steps here. Okay, so first thing you do, what do clients already use? So what's the platform, the tool or account that your clients touch every week? Not what you wish they used, what they actually open and interact with. Okay, then you're going to find the friction. So the thing inside the tool the client actually struggles with, the export they never read, the number they can't see. Step 3, Claude turns it into a result. So you hand Claude the export of the thing or the workflow, ask for the one outcome that matters, and Claude does the work. Step 4, the result becomes the hook. So never I used AI to do it, always the outcome in their world. That is the line nobody scrolls past. Then we go over to step 5, the hook that pulls the DM. One comment keyword. The freebie is the thing that they want, so they ask for it hundreds of times. Now, you'll know you're all familiar with the process like this. Like for example here, how to make your client renew and refer more people. You can see I'm telling people to comment the word. That is it. This is it in full effect. Okay, so I know that my clients use WhatsApp and my prospects use WhatsApp, so I've created a thing that makes their life easier while working with their clients. Okay. and then it becomes a reel, and then it becomes comment the keyword, and then you just keep filling your pipeline. And then you hand them the win, so a simple how-to made by Claude, so the prospect gets the result without their own hands. That is the trust moment, okay? So I'm going to show you a worked example, the WhatsApp brain. Clients run their day on Instagram, so the friction is everything is important, but being buried in the chat threads nobody can search for. Claude turns an exported chat history into a searchable brain that answers questions instantly. The hook wasn't about an AI tool, it was stop losing the answer that was already in your messages. One keyword, hundreds of DMs, okay? So it works whenever you sell. 4 businesses with nothing in common except this one move. Look at the tool the client already uses, find the friction, hand them a result, okay? So I'm going to show you some random examples here of how this can apply to anybody's business. So client uses WhatsApp, the friction. Every answer they need is buried in the chat. If you work with the clients on WhatsApp or Slack or any thread communication channel, you will know that all the important information gets pushed away, and over the course of 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, all important stuff goes away to the back, and you end up just reacting to the stuff that's the newest. That's okay if you're troubleshooting some stuff, but if you want to keep clients long term and build roadmaps and build future and get amazing results and make them feel seen and heard, then you need to be making sure that you're exporting all of the chat so you can get the big picture. It's not down to you as a business owner to have good memory, okay? And in the freebie here is a searchable brain built from their own message history, so stop losing the answer that was already in your messages. So we've already done a WhatsApp video on YouTube about this, your WhatsApp brain. We've done a whole thing, we built it for clients and stuff like that as well. And then your CRM, so a list of leads that went cold and nobody ever worked out why. Let's say you've got a list of leads in your Go High Level account or anywhere else, and they're just sitting there while you go out and try and look for new leads every day. The exact reason each deal has stalled, pull from their own export. So the 3 reasons your pipeline keeps leaking out. So we can go in and just export all of our CRM for prospects, find the tags, find the notes, and speak to Claude and be like, why have these people went cold? What was the notes on it? You know, you look at anybody who never closed in the last 12 months. Why did they not close? And then we can go and create something based on that to then solve the problem of not chasing up leads for your clients. Let's say that's an account software, so there's money left on the table in categories they never look at. The expenses lines up, they're under claimant, found in settings. The money is sitting in your own books. In a booking tool, so no idea which slots, days or offers actually convert. The pattern in these bookings that tells them what to push. So the day of the week quietly making you the most money. So for example, let's say you're a gym and you have all your clients booking into a software. For the last 18 months, go and export that software and speak to Claude and say, when was our busiest? Like, I want you to put together a chart or a table outlining the most popular slots that have been booked in all the way through to the least popular slots. And that straight away will give you a graph. If I wanted to target gym owners, right, I could just do a reel and go, gym owners, I bet I can tell you the best slot for your business and the worst slots and why you should kill the last 20% of your slots to free up your time, save your money, and then prioritize the members that love the most popular slots. A gym owner will be like, okay, how do I do that? And I'll go, what do you use? Team Up, do you use these softwares? Go in, hit export, speak to Claude, boom, 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 follow this doc. I could get them as a lead and rinse and repeat. All I'm doing there is making the gym owner's life easier. Can you see how this works? Okay, so the positioning rule. So it's the same build, completely different result. The position is the whole game. I want to really drill this home before I wrap this video up. It's all about positioning here. Any lead magnet, any market material, any piece of content, it's how you position it. Okay, that's what matters most. If you don't position a lead magnet properly, it will not work, right? So it can't be, oh, I've got this AI thing, I've got this AI prompt. It's, here's the problem you've got, here's the thing that you use every single day, and here's a shortcut that will make your life so much easier and less painful. Do you want it? Comment this word. That is it in a nutshell, okay? So I want to go back quickly to this document before I wrap up this video. In here, you're going to come through, and it just explains it in a little bit more detail, but hopefully you get the picture. I want you to, first of all, have a brain dump. Before you pick anything that you're going to run, brain dump everything, right? So here's an example of a fitness coach, right? Their client will use MyFitnessPal or another nutrition tracking app. Maybe they wear a Whoop, a Fitbit, an Apple Watch. They'll definitely buy a weekly food shop. So Here's an idea, get Claude to compare every major supermarket on the exact protein products they buy. So go in and say to your client, or if you have access to their MyFitnessPal or whatever, export all the consistent foods that they buy, export their food diary, put it into Claude and say, I want you to go to the 4 major supermarkets in the UK and I want you to list out the exact products that this customer buys. I want you to put together a comparison of cost. All of a sudden, you can then go put up a post and just be like, here's how to save £100 on your food shop every single month. You do this, you do that, or I'll do it for you. Or maybe you get them to comment food and you just do it for them. Obviously, you want to do all of this with your clients first and then you give it away to people. Okay, maybe it's supplements. Maybe you can export it for supplements. Again, this will determine different markets, how savvy they are with AI. Some people might not want to use AI, so you just do it for them and just give them the exact thing to say, or maybe you interact with them and tell them to tell you some information, then you do it for them. So you want to figure out exactly what your client uses and just go through it and pick your top 5 tools that they use. So for me, I know my clients use Claude, Chat GPT, I know they use Canva, I know they use video editing software, I know they use meta ads, I know they use TikTok, YouTube. Like, I can go through and look at the tools that they use and do the work for them, understand the friction that they feel, and just create a resource for them. So I've done this with lead magnets here, clearly in this video. It's like inception here with this, okay? So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. I know it went quite fast, but if you want this exact doc, then you know what to do. Hit the link in the description, come in, and it will be in here under social media, and you'll grab it. I will see you in the next video.